Hi everyone, and welcome to our program Eat Well, Play Hard Mission for Kids. Our program purpose is to design a program intervention that brings awareness to underrepresented populations about the importance of nutrition and physical activity. Through the use of educational material and hands-on cooking classes that involves families, we hope to lower the risk of our target population's chances of developing high rates of obesity in the future. The vision of Eat Well, Play Hard Mission for Kids is to create an environment where members of the community can come together in improving the health and wellness of their families. Our goals include to increase the amount of physical activity among children and their families in the South Bay area, to increase the knowledge of a balanced diet among families and children ages 5 to 10 in the South Bay area, ensuring that they know to include adequate fruits and vegetables on a daily, and to decrease the BMI of our child participants by increasing their physical activity. Our conceptual model is based off the health belief model. We will increase our priority population's perceived susceptibility and perceived severity towards obesity in hopes to decrease their obesity rates. And our evaluation question is, how does diet and physical activity affect obesity rates? Our research design will be an experimental design pre-test, post-test. In our sampling procedure, our churches will be chosen through fishbowl sampling, and our individual participants will be a part of the research program based on interest and availability. Our independent variable is our program intervention. Dependent variables include BMI, fitness test results, and knowledge awareness test results. Our categorical data will be our fitness and knowledge awareness test results, which will be pass or fail, and our ratio data is our BMI. We will measure our dependent variable by administering the same nutrition test pre and post test to see if the parents' knowledge increased about the importance of a healthy diet for their kids. Some sample questions include, name the 3 goals of a healthy eating plan, and what are the 5 food categories found on the USDA MyPlate. For the children, we will give the same fitness exam pre and post test, which will consist of activities like doing 20 sit-ups, 30 jumping jacks, being able to trunk lift 10 inches or above, being able to touch their toes and fingers behind their back. And finally, for BMI evaluation, we will calculate the BMI of children and determine whether rates are within underweight, normal weight, overweight, obese, and extremely obese.
So to analyze our data, we will use 2 different types of methods. For categorical data, we will evaluate using a chi-square test, and for the ratio part of our data, we will use the t-test. For our findings for evaluating awareness of parents through nutrition tests, the graphs show the effectiveness of our intervention on parents by comparing 2 different groups during 2 different time periods. The graphs distinctly show the passing rate of parents in the intervention groups versus the control groups before and after our intervention. It is clear that in the pre-test intervention group, most parents failed the test, versus the post-test intervention group where most parents passed the test, and the control fail rate stayed the same. For the results of the children, the pattern is the same as that of the parents' effectiveness test during the program. Most children passed the fitness test post-intervention, and the control group fail rate stayed the same as well. Again, specifically targeted towards BMI, we see the success of the intervention groups in boys as well as those of girls. So basically, the interpretation of our data as a whole is that for the results of our intervention, it is clear that our intervention was successful. According to the tables that evaluate the results of the parents' nutrition test, there is a clear distinction between the parents' pre-test and post-test. Parents clearly know more about nutrition after the intervention than they did prior. We also saw an increase in the knowledge of parents in the intervention group than we did in the control. For the BMI tables, however, we saw that our intervention worked to decrease the BMI in our children participants because there was a change in the BMI of the kids in the post-test of the intervention group and no change or little change at all in that of the control group. So some of the limitations of our project include that our fitness scale does not properly distinguish between age groups. as well as the fitness tests for the most part are very subjective, and it really does depend on who's conducting the test. So thanks for listening. That concludes our presentation, and please keep clapping.